Grand final time! Yep, we're looking at the Legendary Cup, everybody. And this is game number 1 in the best of 5 series between Don Our Fedoras, who took down Team Hotzi in the other semi-final, and the Deers. Our first map is Tomb of the Spider Queen, as you obviously already realized. And on the left side, we have Rooney on Reyna, we have Brad Bucket on Leoric, Arunas on Liming, Mist on Muradin, and Sardonic on Uther. And on the right side of the map, the Deers with Sephiro on Garrosh, Lionami Mieli, still killing me that name, on Rexa, Puoki on Anna, Mai on Gul'dan, and Geben on Hanzo. Okay, let's go. Game number 1. And, well, let's check this one out right now. Who's going to take the lead in this best of 5? Who's going to be able to set themselves ahead a little bit as this series starts up? Now, we haven't really seen any games from Don Our Fedoras just yet in this tournament. As I said, I've focused on a couple of specific games, as we're going to try and give a little bit more focus and attention to the amateur scene. But this is, again, Division 2 and Division 3, the end of season tournament between the two of them. Level of play, High Diamond to Master, roughly, so that you have a general idea of what to expect here. Rooney already is getting pretty much murder topside on his Reyna. I mean, he got attacked pretty heavily. But yeah, so of course, just the early setup here. In terms of talents, Exterminators obviously is still something that we should point out here. Against the Web Weavers, against the boss, against the camps, pretty helpful. You don't have to go these days. Ooh, Leo nearly dying at the bot lane. Wow. Brad Bucket barely got out. But yeah, these days you don't have to go into Ace in the Hole anymore. We see both talents, but there is a specific focus on Exterminator on certain maps, especially, of course, Battlefield of Eternity, where the talent is these days more or less an absolute given. We don't see any Ace in the Hole there anymore after the talent got nerfed. With that now, still the top fight, and Mist actually makes it out. Nicely done. So Muradin, don't really see the dwarf this often these days. At the bottom of the map, Arunas is currently trying to also take another camp, and so far it seems he's going to be successful, because Rexa hasn't made any rotation over there yet. So he's not really able to sniff that out yet, it seems. But yeah, a little bit more action happening in the middle of the map in the meantime. The turn-in attempt already by Mist. So they're pretty diligent about the early turn-ins, it seems. Trying to make that happen as quickly as they can here. And so far, I'd say so good. But, well, let's check out what especially the bot lane can now do. With those Siege Giants, there's a bit more push power available to them. So that should actually help them to get something done here. And the fight at the top, on the other hand, is already raging over the turning point again. Ooh, look at that level 4. We actually get the Animal Husbandry. Someone is confident in his Rexa abilities. Yeah, over here. Let's see how long he can stay alive with that. Okay, he wants to go for the added hit point pool. Let's see. That's going to be an interesting thing to watch. This is a map where we see a lot of aggressive rotations, and maybe he can pull it off. But oftentimes, of course, we see the Hunter-Gatherer over here. This is a good globe map, so if you go for a globe talent, you normally get it done very, very quickly. So it's interesting to me that on this map in particular, he would go for Animal Husbandry. But time will tell if he can pull that off. Top lane, good penetrating round against Garrosh. Instead, the Dwarf gets thrown over. But yeah, Muradin's going to make it out. He's not going to run into any problems over here. Level 4 talents. We also get the Indomitable, of course. Still 0 kills here. But 24 turned-in gems, and the red team hasn't delivered anything yet. Not just yet. We have Geben just starting to move around here. 4 gems for him. 14 for Garrosh. And another 10 nearly turned in by Muradin, who gets interrupted again. A little bit annoyed probably by this by now. Okay, and over here, not too much is happening just yet. But again, 150 hit points already for Rexa. Garrosh has now turned in a few of the gems. Both teams have enough to get a turn in. Muradin waiting with the Stormbolt a bit, but there was no follow-up anyways. And gets it against Garrosh, so that's 6 stacks already on his baseline. Didn't go into any Stormbolt talents outside of that, though. So we have on level 1 the Third Wind. Also, you'll see him starting up with a build that will come through when Healing Static on level 13 comes into play, with a double proc on the Thunderclap, which is pretty important there. Both teams now really eager to get the first turn-in completed. But for now, the early level 7 talent. Alright, Arunas should get the Calamity in the second. There it is. Muradin jumping out again. Needs to be careful. 16 only. 300 hit points. He's still going to make it out. Okay. Not a big problem for him here. And now still some experience lost at the top. Down to the bottom of the map. Now they are able to finally turn in, and this could actually be the first turn in this game. First web weaver wave. But they get those. 36. They don't have enough yet. They still need Mist to turn in and Rooney as well, so 2 more that are needed over here. It's still interesting to me that we don't have a single kill. So given all of those Fiesta games that we've seen previously, which is kill after kill after kill, this is more of a quiet early game. It's obviously the grand final, so the teams are very, very eager to not fall behind too soon. But yeah, the only one that has died a few times so far is actually Misha. So another kill right there. Same time, we have now 300 extra hit points for Misha and for Rexa. And yes, Rexa wants to turn in. He's at 26 stacks now. 26 gems. But it's the blue team that turns in first. But they lose Leo. Now again, if you lose anybody this early in the game, then you want to lose Leo. He doesn't have any travel time from the Nexus once that he's revived. And he also is going to be back a lot quicker if he connects the drain. So that is actually not too bad for them, given the circumstances here. So Mist should be totally fine if he can't tap. His level 1 already kicking in, and you can tell he's nearly back to full HP within seconds. So he's going to be totally cool here. So they're pushing the bottom, they're pushing the mid lane a little bit. Oh, that one hurt though. Okay, can he get them? Yes, he can. He got most of them. Didn't get everything, but he got most of the gems back. But that is an unfortunate kill for the blue team. It's fantastic for the red team, though. The Deers are now in a spot where they should have an easier time defending against this. And we're seeing them already at the bottom of the map trying to zone them out. But the problem is that there's 2 heroes pushing with the web weaver wave and nobody cares. And nobody gives a shit. Instead, we have Murder now jumping in, trying to get the kill here. Stormbolt connects, and that's Animal Husbandry reset, and all of the gems lost. That's a disaster. That's really bad for them now. So, all of a sudden, we're talking about a lead in experience, an earlier level 10. Gems are lost to the red team, and Animal Husbandry got reset. That's definitely a bit of a hit to them. So, level 10 abilities are in. A little bit more damage over here, as they're starting to push through the middle now. Web Weaver is still at the bottom of the map, so they can at least take the fountain down, and that's a huge step as well, if you can eliminate that. They're not quite... There we go. Okay, they're getting it after all. So fountain is taken down. They're looking pretty solid now. Gem amount is still enough for the red team to get the turn in, but they are, of course, now trailing behind. They are roughly 30 gems behind, if you compare the two. And that's a lot. That is quite a bit, so that hurts. And Li Ming is actually busy again at the bottom of the map trying to take those siege giants. The red team turns in, but if Li Ming gets those siege giants, that would be great for her. That was a weird move by Muradin. He gets the blessed shield through. The divine shield comes in to save his ass, and he gets the avatar too. But him stepping out that far just to try and hit a stormball, that was a little bit awkward. Either way, it's a 5 versus 5, and as I said, catapults plus siege giants, that bot lane is going nowhere. That bot lane is going to do nothing. That web weaver should be depushed very, very easily by just those bot lane minions in that setup alone. So I don't see a big problem for them there anytime soon. At the same time though, oh, arrow missing, but that was close. Leo got nearly hit by it. Did not quite happen. Over here, the Entomb only trapping Misha. They're not really interested in that kill yet. Everybody in the meantime, Rooney is moving up to the top, trying to make the play there. And let's see. Okay, so easy defense for him. If he doesn't get flipped over and the follow-up goes for the Hyperion, he's dead. He is dead. There we go. But the web weaver is dead too. So they might have gotten the kill against Reyna, but they didn't really do a whole lot of damage. They took some of those towers down, but you look at the minimap and there's a significant difference. We have a fort destroyed at the bottom of the map on the red team side, and they lost the fountain in the middle. So they lost a lot of the sustain that you want to get through those fountains, which means any fight here at the bottom, for example, would be a fight in favor of the blue team because they can tap at the fountain and then re-engage, which is something. It's an option that the red team just doesn't have. But they're trying to get more gems turned in. Muradin, dude, you got 26 gems. He needs to be careful. The heals are coming in, and yes, there's the Horrify. Uther is in a similar position. Does he have to go for it? Yep, there's the ult. Gets the ult through. Brad Bucket came in as well, trying to just cordon them off, and they get the kill against Ana. But holy hell, that got spicy for a moment. They did the best. They made the best out of it, out of a bad situation, and they got a kill and they saved their 2 heroes, using a lot of cooldowns, of course, but now they have an opportunity to turn in, and they are closing in on it. Yeah, that's another 10 that they need, and missed with the 29 is going to seal it. That's objective number 2 for the blue team, with the talent advantage that they currently hold. So they have a good spot now, and a really good spot. Right. Here we have Mist again. Top lane. Bot lane is not going to be an issue for them. They try and take a few more additional forts down. And here we go. Web Weaver's on the way. Mid lane shouldn't be a problem. Fountain is already down. Wall is eliminated. So that one should be a guaranteed fort. Leo is even pushing out the bot lane. So soon TM, there has to be a response of the DS, or they're going to run in real trouble and start about losing hit points at the fort, at the keep, or maybe even the wall. It's zoning Hyperion, zones them out completely. Again, there's even a camp pushing with this. Top lane is going to fall very likely as well. Yep. That one's gonna go down, but with all that they have here in the middle, if they would have, I mean, if you could have saved the Hyperion here, think about the damage you could have done there. But obviously Hyperion itself was a big part of why they got the fort so easily. That, on the other hand, is another move towards Reyna, but he's fine. Bot lane, on the other hand, is very much not fine. Yeah, that fort, that keep is taking some damage. Probably not a lot, but it's gonna take some damage. And for an early push, for only push number 2, this is a lot. And again, mid lane is in a similar position. The gate is already falling. Top lane 4 has been taken down. There's a mad lead now in structures for Don our Fedoras. Yeah. And Muradin is again in the middle of things. Honestly, if I... Oh, that's a big blunder. Okay, if I was Uther, I would be a little bit tilted. Yeah, and he goes down, finally. Honestly, that's exactly what he deserves. He is way too aggressive. Muradin is just way, way too aggressive at this point. The amount of times that Uther had to save Muradin with a Divine Shield, and that way he had to pop his avatar, is just too much. So he goes down. That's quite a few gems lost to them too. And yeah, he just needs to calm down a little bit. He's way too aggressive for this, and that was not needed at all. With the lead that you have, you want to avoid needless deaths, because again, you're ahead in experience, your opponent gets an underdog bonus every single time they take a hero down, so if you want to allow them to get back into the game, this is the way to do it. So gotta be careful with that. Yeah, and they of course try to turn in now. They have enough gems. They got all that they need. The lack of focus on the Siege Giant camp is starting to become an issue, though. The Deers are just not going for it at all, and Li Ming and her boys have now taken it again, which means that there is again pressure through the bottom of the map, through catapults and Siege Giants, and eventually that is going to hit the keep. So, Don our Fedoras have a good setup there. I really like how diligent they are about grabbing it, but the red team is running into trouble on this part. Now, they have to focus at the bot lane again, put some resources there. And actually we're seeing the blue team trying to go for the trap. And Entomb would be nice. The problem, of course, is that nobody is here for the damage yet. 16 talents made the red team retreat. And, oh, they actually get Rexa. Rexa, he's at 700 extra hit points. If he dies, that's, yes, 700. He gets reset again on his Animal Husbandry. At 700 extra HP, and he goes down. They traded for Leo, but that's obviously absolutely worth it. I mean, seriously. Taking Animal Husbandry down, fantastic for you. They even take the Fountain now down, so this Muradin, again, a little bit too far out. No reason, but without any real consequence, at least in this case. Now, he had the jump still up, but still, that can be interrupted, of course, too. Either way, with now the level 16 talents, they have finally enough gems so that they can go for a third Web Weaver wave. Theoretically, you could have tried to make a play for boss, of course, but again, once they had a level 16 talent advantage, they didn't go for boss, but instead they were trying to go for the fight. Also, denying a Web Weaver wave to the opponent was important in that case. So, right now, 4 kills against 5. Web Weavers coming through. And, well, looks like they're going to try and move straight up down to the bottom of the map in an attempt to get the keep down. With Web Weavers heavily pushing the rest of the lanes too, because those lanes are pushed out already. Good flip. Nice. Good save. Very nice save. And they're trying to go for Leo here. Gets baited for just a second. There's the cleanse. The hand of freedom! And off we go. Okay, so, let's see. At this point, that should be keep over here. Yeah, they defend the middle first, but the keep at the bottom should definitely fall. Okay, off we go. That one is a given that they take this one. The question is, can they maybe rotate to another lane and take that too? Keep in mind, there's a couple of decent ults still out that they could use at any point. Yep, rotate away from this. And maybe they can jump to the top lane. If Jimmy uses Hyperion over here, they might just be able to do a lot more work over there. Or in the mid lane. I mean, both is totally fine if they push it wherever. Yeah, they get the minion wave now through. They can't rotate to the top quickly enough. 18 versus 17. Leo has the Entomb ready. Okay, there's the Hyperion. Yep, nice. So, Hyperion also gets some decent damage through. Leo, can he get a setup? Nope, goes through. Gets some damage in. There's the arrow. Entomb is immediately being used, but Jimmy is flipped over. No chance for him. And that's a quick kill. Jimmy down, and now they have to hightail it out of there. The nano boost on, especially, of course, Khaldor is also worth a lot now. They have 111 gems, by the way. 111 gems. That's a double turn-in for them. That's 2 turn-ins. If they get both, they might be able to start the comeback, because they are taking a beating in this game. They've taken the keep at the bot lane is down. All the forts are destroyed. Right now, they're even trying to go for Garrosh. Oh, if... yeah, Leo is dead. Oh, we're risking it. But here we go. They're pushing. They need to turn in now. Look at the minimap. Look at those lanes. All of the lanes are pretty much right at the keep. They need to turn in and they need to turn in quickly. The bot lane is not going to do anything because the catapults are taking the spiders down by themselves. But, yep. The big question is now, how much can they actually do? They need to take some forts down. At least eliminate the forts and play around that. But with the lanes pushed out like this, that's difficult. I mean, look where those web weavers spawn. Look at this shit. That web weaver is looking towards the fort and is like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not walking there. That's not happening. I'm not walking there. No. If you want me to attack this thing, then clear the lane first. I'm not walking over there. Now, what is this? Cardio? Boot camp? Ain't happening. Web Weaver is slowly starting in. Leo, on the other hand, already taking the one at the bottom of the map down. Over here, yeah, Jimmy has his Hyperion back if they need it. There it is already. And the kill against Uther. The arrow missing again. Arrow cam. And Divine Shield wasn't even used. Oh, the heal. Damn. That was nearly a kill. Khaldor with those 40 gems nearly died, but he is actually alive still. Okay, top 4 is about to fall. Yeah, they're getting some momentum here. Look at the experience. They have actually taken over. 8 kills against 4. They're taking the lead in experience and soon level 20. There's the fort. Leo's ghosting out. Over here, they go for fort number 2. Leo at the bottom of the map now. All of a sudden, we have a lead. Mirrodin is again too far in and gets punished. I'm detecting a bit of a theme here. That could be a comeback. 48,000 damage. And as I said, they have more turn-ins. Guys, they have another 2 turn-ins nearly. Not quite, but they're nearly there. Instead, they want to go for boss. They have a level 20. They can try and get both. And off we go. There we have our setup. Now, Buried Alive, of course, game changer. Indomitable Resolve over here. And off we go. Bulwark also in. Okay. Mirrodin, no rewind. He actually goes for the Hardened Shield. Alright. Okay. There's the boss, and there are the web weavers. Now, boss, if Jimmy can just get close, it should be taken down pretty quickly. I mean, Jimmy's damage is pretty solid with Exterminator on level 1. Yeah, there's nobody pushing with it just yet. And this is going to be rather an easy defense. There's also the camp in the middle of the map, of course. Well, easy defense up to this point. The problem is they're still missing Mirrodin. He's now coming back, but I think this is still going to fall. Keep should still fall one way or another, since the Web Weavers are also now moving in. But the mid lane, there's a camp pushing against the Web Weavers. At the bottom, it's the catapults. Keep is down at the top of the map, but the fight is still going strong. And the Buried Alive is in. They're trying to make the play here for Anna. They're quite able to lock her down, though. Yeah, mid lane, camp has been taken down. This is all a bit low, but this is still going to push the keep. Sooner rather than later. Bot lane, not a problem. Catapults actually took the Web Weavers down, but at least they're not being overrun here. Yeah, this game is all of a sudden like, more than even. 4 kills against 9. And here we go. This is going to become quite interesting now. I mean, again, one team wins a team fight, they can end the game. Cross the map, end the game. You look at the gems, there is another turn-in pretty much available for the DS. They need one more gem, they're going to get this any second. Okay, they take the camp over here. All good so far. The DS try to fight back, even without the Lulnara. Also, by the way, we have now an additional 700 hit points for Misha and for Rexa. Again, died twice. But has at least some hit points back up. Top lane. Jimmy, not Jimmy, Leo is pushing this out, and there's the turn in attempt. Gets interrupted, of course. It's all about Leo's buried alive at this point, honestly. If he gets a good one off, then he can get a kill. Just imagine him getting the kill against Hanzo. If Garrosh doesn't react immediately, Hanzo is dead within seconds. Ooh, Rexa is a little bit far out, if you ask me. There's a Stormbolt. Arrow cam. And the fight's still going strong over here. Misha is already down. Divine Shield misses the Stormbolt, though. Jumps over, but they go for Gul'dan, and Gul'dan is dead. Gul'dan is dead, and there's quite a few catapults at the bottom of the map. 2 already, 3rd one now moving in. There's the buried alive, but it doesn't connect with anything. They're still trying to get the kill against Garrosh, but they can't. And they are pushing. They want the keep. They want keep number 2, and they're about to get it. So, here we go. Keep is gonna fall. They might get more here, seriously. I mean, Gul'dan is one of the main damage dealers for the red team at this point. You look at the output, 61,000. Actually, we have Rexa higher than Gul'dan. Rexa has taken over, despite the fact that he died quite a few times. Yeah. They need to still defend at the top, definitely correct. At least, thanks to the kill against Gul'dan, the good thing for them is that they were able to delete a lot of gems from the red team. I think they lost 40 with Gul'dan. Gul'dan had 40 gems, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, he had a lot. No, wait, they must have been recovered. They had 57 right now, so they recovered most of them. Didn't recover everything, but they recovered most of them. Okay, so where are we going with this? Right, Leo is still sitting at the top. 21 gems for him. Down to the bottom of the map. Siege Giants again taken, like, consistently. It's only the blue team that takes the Siege Giants. The Deers haven't taken them, like, once. Don our Fedoras, on the other hand, they moved now in several times, time and time again, whenever they could. Take those Siege Giants, claim them quickly. 2 keeps are now down, so they are actually ahead. And they try to work on their own turn, and of course. They have another 30 gems in their arsenal, so they need 10, and then they have a Web Weaver wave. Red team has already enough. But yeah, and boss is up in, I mean, I don't think the boss is going to play a role anymore, but it's up in a minute. So there's that. Shouldn't really make a difference though. At this point, if you win the team fight, you're likely going to end the game anyway, so you don't need the boss. Must have been, it would be a very weird scenario in which the boss is playing a role here. That's only if you just, I don't know, kill the opponent's team, you only have 2 or 3 heroes left, someone is about to respawn, something like that. That's when you try to make a play for boss, but in any other scenario, it's going to be game after what happens next. And again, turn-ins. Look at this. 58 gems already turned in. Another 7 needed. They have 3 that they hold. Blue team is in a decent spot on this part. Red team, they might have the gems for a turn and fully have them. But they just can't get close to turn them in. That's the problem. So right now, yeah, that's 6 gems. They need 1 more, and then they're good to turn in. Look at Brad Bucket. He already gets his 3 turned in, so slowly but steadily. Muradin. Here comes Hyperion again. Can he get the Stormbolt to keep him in it a little bit longer? Doesn't seem like it. Gul'dan was actually looking at a potential kill. Instead, they're taking Nisha down, and that's enough gems for them now if they take those. Okay, they're trying to make the play. Oh, the arrow actually connecting. But the kill against Gul'dan. Buried alive, baby. Here we go. Connects with 2. They don't get the kill right away, but Liming wants to come in with a repulsion anyways. They're going for Garrosh instead. But now they can go for the turn-in if they want. They can simply turn in right now. Catapults are actually also threatening the core, so someone needs to deal with that. Seems like the red team is fully aware of it. But this is secure turn-in. Yeah, they get it. They have 2 heroes up. Everybody is just turning the gems in right now. Mist secures it. That's the Web Weaver wave. Uther at the top is trying to at least take the catapults down. Okay, that is going to help them. Not the Web Weaver. The Web Weaver top lane is not going to do anything, or shouldn't actually. But they need to make sure that those catapults don't arrive at their own core. That's the only thing. It's kind of funny that Uther is the one to do all of that. I think I said Muradin once. Yeah, but Uther, of course, the one doing it. But, yeah, Muradin wouldn't have been much better. I mean, he has leads the Stormbolt, he has the Pierce now, but still. So, this should be a death blow. If they can't end it here, then it becomes very awkward. Because, again, the gem amount that we have for the DS would secure another turn-in for them. And I'm pretty sure they would use that opportunity. Okay, there's already the Hyperion. They want to make the play right there. Starting to go for the core. Already the fight down. There's a taunt attempt. Big flip. Titanic Might comes in. Web Weavers, by the way, are starting to make their play too. So we have the first one arriving at the core already. The one in the middle is also starting to move in now, or at least the remainder. Catapults are ready. And what a brawl at this point. But this is going to be the first victory in this best of 5 series. I do not think that there's a chance for them to make any out of this happen. Not quite sure why they're not going for it, though. I mean, Rooney and everybody else, they might have lost Leo, but they just need to auto-attack this. Why don't you attack the core? It's like, you got everything you need, boys. So there we go. Finally, they jump in. The Fedoras taking the lead in this best of 5 series, the grand final of the Legendary Cup between Division 2 and Division 3 at heroeslaunch.gg. Game number 2. Let's go, ladies. On the left side of the map, Donna Fedoras with the lead in the grand final in this best of 5 series against the Deers. On the right side of the map, we're on Infernal Shrines, and this time we have, again, Rooney on Reyna. Goes again into Exterminator, by the way. We have Arunas on Medivh, Sardonic on Uther, Bread Bucket on Chen, and Mist on Diablo. Whereas on the right side of the map, the Deers with Leijona Mieli on Vala, Pwoki on Ana, Geben on Garrosh, Mai on Thrall, and Sephiroth is playing Kathas. Okay, so game number 2 in this best of 5. Let's check it out. Division 2 and Division 3 are playing in this tournament. This is the end of season cup, the legendary cup between the two divisions. And level of play, as we said, roughly high diamond, couple of master players probably thrown in every now and then, just to give you guys a bit of an idea. Spray game already on point, I like that. 5-man brawl in the middle of the map. Medivh, as so often, likely going to be the X factor here, so we're going to keep our eye on Arunas, and not only his stacking, but also those portal plays. And talking portal plays, might need a shield there. No portal. That's a sorry excuse for a portal, my friend. By the time that you channel the entrance, you're already walking over there anyway, so that's a weird one. I say this is a training portal. So Aruna's currently with the training wheels on the portal setup. It's just like, yeah, guys, I'm just warming up here. I'm just warming up. It's like with lifting, you know, you don't go for the heavy lifts right away, you go for some of the smaller ones, and I think he's not lifting anything. He gets killed, and that's the stacks reset. Then to be fair, if you die in Medivh, you want to die early. Very early when you didn't have a lot of stacks yet. But yeah, that was him being punished for that portal, I suppose. The Trolling Thunder on level 1 for Thrall at the top lane. But even with Trolling Thunder, he's actually not able to compete against Chen, it seems. I mean, it's a decent talent right now, actually. Blizzard buffed it a little bit, so you have solid choices on Thrall now. Obviously, in this case, it's more so the one-on-one setup that he's worried about. Yeah, Vala at the bottom of the map is already going for it. Has actually gone into Hot Pursuit on level 1, so no arrow build for her, which is making this a little bit more difficult. And they're coming in and they're just stealing it away. The immediate was like, oh, oh, coronavirus. Alright, so I'm good again. No idea what that was, but yeah, so they steal the camp away. And that was a little bit unlucky for Vala. She was already putting a little bit of work in, but couldn't really get enough done. So off we go. Top lane, that's where we currently have our Chen still pushing in the middle of the map. There's obviously also the setup with Mist as they're trying to go for another kill against Diablo. Off we go. And here we have it. By the way, just a quick info to the YouTube viewers. Everybody on Twitch already knows this. But on my website, Khaldor.tv, I actually put a blog post in with some really good and reliable information about coronavirus in general. Should have probably put that out in one of the videos already a while ago. But if you're interested in actual data and also interviews with top experts, and I currently update that quite a bit in some podcasts around the topic, then I would very much suggest that you actually check that out. So you can go to Khaldor.tv and just check the blog post out. There's so much bullshit that is currently floating around on social media in particular that I just at some point couldn't stand it anymore. And that's a list of reliable data sources and also good interviews with experts, and not these stupid memes that you just see everywhere where people think you can get reinfected by the same coronavirus just a week later and all this crap. So if you actually want to have some info all around all of this, check that out. So yeah, most of you might have some reliable ones already. If you don't, then that's a good way to actually inform yourself a bit. In the game at hand, we currently have our setup for the first shrine, and top camp is actually pushing only for the red team, so that's kind of good for them. It's actually really nice. At this point, we have Mist. He needs to probably engage on the shrine again. He's currently the only one not really fighting out this. Chen is the one at the front line right now. But with 36 against 8 stacks, it's pretty much a secured win. Unless, of course, they're falling here. But he's getting out. Good shield. Spreading the love a little bit on the other hand. And Diablo dies after all. Okay, so Dibble's down, but at least they win the objective. But that was a bit unfortunate. He spread the living bomb to everybody else too. So that was kind of unusual. It was just like, do I take the portal or do I infect everybody else? I didn't even see convection. What? And well, we have Thrall actually dying for the second time now. But I didn't even see the convection. Honestly, I was so in the Medivh zone, I never really anticipated that there could be a possible convection skill on Khaldor. That's kind of nuts. I mean, again, on this level of play, there's usually nothing else that you get to see but Mana Addict, and for good reason. Convection is garbage. So I have no idea why we're actually seeing a convection Khaldor in this game. I mean, even if he completes the talent, it just means that you are incredibly vulnerable at towards the end of the game too. And with the Medivh on the other side that can portal on top of you at any point, I would never ever have anticipated that a Khaldor player might actually go for convection here. So yeah, that's a blunder for sure. Even if he completes it, it's bad. And completion is still a big question mark. But now that they're pushing here through the middle, we have 3 kills against 2. They're starting to currently make their plays right here, trying to set that up. There's already the wall broken through with an attempt to also take the fountain down. That one should be an easy one. Arunas needs to be a little bit careful here. He's actually sneaking back in. Yeah, makes it happen. Oh, it goes through the portal. If Geben had another stun ready, again, it was a bit of a tricky play, because if you die, you lose 12 stacks. That's not enough. That's not a lot, but still can be problematic. Okay, so right now, what do we have? Up towards the top, the rotation. Thrall needs to be careful. Again, he dies a few times already. Twice, actually. So needs to be really careful with this. His trolling thunder not really helping him out, and the second he appears on lane, we immediately have Bread Bucket coming in, saying hello. Hasn't made a decision on the level 10 yet, so there's still a chance that we're going to see some top keg plays. But at the bottom of the map, that's a different question. We could ley line into Apocalypse. We could actually see that happen again. So that's an option. And with level 10 abilities, they're just pushing this. And they're just simply saying, alright, let's go for it. Let's take that fort down. Again, the protection with the shield. Aruna's providing everything for the team here. And Medivh dodging out on the Flame Strike before he uses the portal too. Still 8 stacks. Only 8 stacks. And it becomes more problematic when level 10 is in play to complete your convection. Just simply because your opponent all of a sudden has heroic abilities and can just put way more damage on, way more focus on a single target that they try to take down. Simply ley line into Apocalypse, any kind of Diablo setup, a proper Diablo combo into Apocalypse would of course be good. And if Chen decides to go into a keg play, then he can just keg Khaldor to the front. But as I said, even if you complete the talent, it's still horrible because you're super squishy and you can never rely on the Mana Shield. Has also not made a choice on level 10 yet, which frightens me to begin with, because you really don't want to go Pyroblast here. Thank God. Phoenix. I mean, Pyroblast is already a bad ult in pretty much 99.9% of the setups. Let's make it 100. But if you're going up against a Medivh and also a Divine Shield, that's the last talent you ever want to take. That's just too much. That is way too much. Okay, so the Panda still didn't make a choice. Now that the second object... top keg play. We have top keg plays. Alright, does he make the play for Khaldor? He's looking at it. You know he's looking at it. They want to take him down. Khaldor, can they take him? Panda sitting at the side. The problem is really that they need to engage into the fight on the shrine too, because they're already falling behind on stacks. But the Deers are very intimidated by all of this, and for good reason. Yeah, Vala gets attacked. She's already low. Oh, the aggression against Medivh, and he's dead again. Stacks denied. Nicely done. That was a fantastic setup. Quick and decisive. That's exactly what you need to do. 10 stacks on convection. Got nano boosted too. Yeah, he's trying to get a bit more, but so far he's still sitting at 10. And the red team has still not pushed into the shrine. Yeah, there's a little bit of a keg play setup as they're trying to isolate the tank. And Red Bucket might actually die for all of this. Uther comes in and heals him. But Medivh is back. Medivh is back, is flying in. There's the APOC. Completely YOLO'd out. And instead we have Jimmy die. Staggered deaths on the side of the Fedoras. And now they're losing Diablo 2. Yeah, they're getting murdered over here in this fight. Now, the bot lane is actually pretty nice for them, because that's where a big push now comes through, with a second catapult now also arriving, so that's kind of neat. The longer this fight at the top lane lasts, the better for them, but it's still early in the game, so the catapults are not really likely to attack the keep directly. They might do a bit of damage. Runas is getting some early stacks together, but as I said, Jimmy isn't here. The staggered death was a problem, and talking about staggered deaths, you need to be careful that there's not another one happening. Red Bucket, 18 stacks against 27 now. So the red team is fighting back into this. They have a talent advantage that gives them a slight lead in power, especially now that we have Rooney coming back to business. Keg is back, so they could go for Kelthas if they want to take him down. Instead, they're trying to go for Ana, and that should actually be a kill. Yeah, Ana about to go down. Kelthas is back, 14 stacks now, but Chin! The panda! The panda! And he makes it out. Yeah, close call though. He makes it out. There's again the Hyperion. Oh, careful. Reyna survives. They're still all low. 30 stacks against 39. The red team misses one stack. A single stack is all they need. And there it is. Kelthas makes it happen. Yeah, okay. There's a gravity lapse. Miss is trying to get away. Needs to get away from the Punisher too. And does. Is able to escape here. Okay, Punisher needs to be baited a little bit deeper though. Okay, they don't do that, but still there was only one tower standing anyways, so that's not a problem. More stacks for Kelthas. He's sitting at 16. Kelthas is sitting at 16 stacks right now. He might complete it after all. But as I said previously, it doesn't really matter. He's still going to be more on the squishy side because of all of this. But so far he has actually not died, I think. Yeah, Kelthas hasn't died yet, so Zephyro is actually playing quite nice, quite safe. I mean, there's always going to be potential aggression later on. Again, Leyline, Apocalypse, Keg plays, Diablo himself with an engage, so there's a lot that he can do. 5 kills against 4. Still a leading experience for the blue team though, and they got a bit more thanks to Chen jumping down to the bottom of the map. Here we go. Camps are currently focused on. Level 16 is of course the next milestone for the two teams here. And the red team is trying to also catch up a little bit in experience by simply taking additional camps on the map, which they currently do. Next shrine is spawning mid lane, where both teams still have their fort up. But, well, let's go. Also, 9 stacks on Aruna's Medivh. It's not a lot. But again, it's getting there. Where's the damage output actually? He's sitting at 9,000 damage. Oh my god. That's rough. 9,000 damage for Medivh is not really something to write home about. 18 stacks, 18,000 damage for Jimmy. 17,000 for the Panda, the two of them contributing to most of this. But look at the damage numbers for the red team. That's quite the different setup. 31,000 for Vala, 23,000 and 22,000 for Thrall and for Kelthas. And off we go. Level 13. Blood Craze is actually being played there. Okay, Gaben is already in. Proki. Yeah, there's the 16 talents. They're a level behind still. They need experience and they need it quickly. The thing that you want to avoid is having to fight over an objective when your opponent has a talent advantage. And Benediction is of course already going to be great for Sardonic here in order to get those chain stuns out. Or double stun at least. Top lane can easily be defended. This is the problem with taking this camp early. So this camp timing is not doing a lot for them. It pushes the lane out, which makes it more difficult to get experience on the lane. You want the lane to push against you, so you can take it very safely, very close to your fort over here, for example. And it allows the opponent to take the camp, so it's not becoming a problem for the objective. Now, taking it right now, also, why not wait? would be much easier for them to just wait it out a little bit. They have all the time that they need in order to make that play. And since the opponent has already taken their own Shaman camp, you're more or less guaranteed that yours is going to do like a good job and push the top lane aggressively. So taking it this early allows the red team now to soak experience over here and also to de-push it before the objective actually comes in. Now they have catapults, that's of course nice, so the camp is not going to do too much anyways. But it's going to stall the lane for a little bit. That's kind of what you want there. But they're actually not going for the defense. It's 16 versus 16 now. By now we also have Fury of the Sunwell on level 16. And if not anything before that, this talent should actually allow him to get Convection completed. Yeah. So that should actually work out for him. Alright. Interesting enough, Mist has not gone into domination. Debilitating Flames at this point for him. Alright. That's a little bit weird. Honestly, I really expected on this map in particular, you kind of want to go for the double push. So that's an interesting one to take here. Fight is happening. Look at this. 20 stacks already. Alright, there's the first hit and quest completed. Convection is done. And oh my, that's a problem. Yeah, they actually get out. And Shen wants to kill. And Mai is getting away. Really? How did that happen? Yeah, that APOC and leyline setup did not quite work as I expected or intended. Okay, there's the top kick play. Right into the tower range. Can they get the kill? Oh, Garrosh! Ah, he goes down. Garrosh is dead. Quest completed for Diablo again, so he has the stacks back up. I'm actually trying to chase even a bit more, but they need to start pushing now. 5 kills against 5. This is where you want to make your play. I mean, we are 14 minutes into the game already. So if not now, then when? And it could easily be at least... I mean, the wall falls. If they can get another kill, that's good for them too. Now they need to stay away from those flame strikes. They're gonna hurt. Khaldor is still at 32,000 damage, so he's still behind Vala. But now with his quest complete on level 1, he's at least going to do damage. He's still going to be super on the squishy side. But yeah, regardless. Hasn't died yet. Okay. Vala goes down. Well played by Jimmy. Following it up on the kill. Yeah, there's the ley line. Apocalypse isn't ready though. So they get a ley line out. Now they're going for Khaldor. And again, without the shield of Mana Addict, he's not going to stand a chance there, so he's dead. Love is being spread here. That was an easy one to dodge, but still, they might even get another kill. Even with a taunt, I think this is going to be the end of Garrosh, and yes, it is. And now they are taking the opportunity to claim the keep. Nice. That one got a little bit farther than they probably expected initially, but they get the keep kill. And so far, so good. Do they go core? 3 heroes down, 10 seconds for Vala. Only Ana and Thrall are still there. I mean, they're trying, and at this point, why wouldn't they be able to? Yeah, that's more than enough damage that they need. They go for it, and this should be the 2-0 lead for the Fedoras. The Deers are in trouble. They get Vala back, but she is just trying what she can. The kill against Ana, she nano-boosted Thrall. And if the blue team just auto-attacks the core, then this is over. There's the combo against Thrall. And yeah, this is gonna be a 2-0 lead in the best of 5 here at the grand final of the Legendary Cup for the Fedoras against the Deers. GG, well played. Game number 3, Donner Fedoras against Deers. On the left side, Battlefield of Eternity is our map, the third map, potentially even the last, if the Fedoras are able to win another game. The Deers, of course, have other plans. Pretty eager, probably, to force us at least to game 4, if not 5. Rooney, again, on Reyna. I'm detecting a theme here. And we have him also with Exterminator again. And just look at the setup. At least the first 3 picks are identical to what we've seen on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Mist on Muradin, Sardonic on Uther. We have Brad Bucket on Yrel this time. And Arunas on Hanzo. On the right side of the map, that's where we have the Deers with Lijana Mieli on Vala. Porky on Ana, Sephiru on Johanna, Geben on Liming, and Mai on Imperius. You see a lot of trades actually and switch-arounds in roles even, and that is something that you will see. I mean, the farther down in the skill tree you go, the more you will see players just jumping onto different roles all the time, whereas if you're focusing on top-level play, players usually play a dedicated role and very rarely switch on a given team into a different role. Unless there are some very, very specific reasons for that, but usually it's not really happening. Either way, arrow build, of course, for Vala to get the immortal damage in. It's one of the main reasons why Jimmy actually has Exterminator here as his talent. And topside, the battle between Imperius and Irel, the Space Goat, in this game. And Muradin gets the Stormbolts in. This is the third one that already connects, so pretty decent at the beginning. Has gone into third wind again. So survivability is going to be key. He was really aggressive with his jumps in game number 1 though, so he needs to be a little bit careful with that. That Stormbolt only hit a minion, but off we go. Okay, so we had some weird games between the two of them here, but a 2-0 lead for the Fedoras give them, of course, a very comfortable situation now as they're headed into game 3. I mean, at the end of the day, if they win one of the potential next 3 games, they are going to secure themselves the champion of the Legendary Cup. But especially in the previous tournaments, we've seen so many comebacks, it's actually nuts. I mean, in the playoffs of Division S Europe, we had like 3 reverse sweeps or something like this. I mean, it was honestly bonkers. So we'll see how this is gonna pan out for them right now. Okay, let's see. Top side. Ooh, Imperius is actually in a bit more trouble than I expected. Oh my. Yeah, Imperius needs to be careful now. Red Bucket seems to have a pretty good grasp on that lane. And down here, the 4 versus 4 is still fighting it out. Camps have spawned, but nobody really makes a move. What we sometimes see is a rotation towards the top, for example. So one team tries to take the top camp, and the other team then responds, claiming the one at the bottom. In this case, we see none of that. So neither one of the teams is making a play for it. It's more so the Shaman camps that they're interested right now, since this, of course, is the big one that you want to take while your opponent is trying to go for the Immortal. Someone still needs to claim the experience over here, and that's what they're doing. Level 4, Triumvirate is already here. Level 4 turns pretty much the norm right now. Nothing too insane. Arrow build for Vala. Again, the Debilitating Dart for Ana. And also the Clap build starting up for Muradin, since he's obviously going to try and prepare for Healing Static as level 13 talent, which is going to give him a lot more survivability in these fights. But the first Immortal is now spawning, so that's the moment to really show off a little bit. Time to shine and see what you can actually pull off here. So there we go. There's our little setup already up at the front. Okay, trying to go for the play against the blue team's Immortal. Talking about blue team, by the way, blue team has already 2 heroes up, and with Rooney, with Exterminator, and Arunas going for a Scatter Arrow build, you can imagine how this is going to go. They have a pretty easy lead at this point. So this is looking pretty solid, and oh, maybe is that a kill? Oh, the triple lunge! 3 heroes connected with it, and now Geben can go for the resets. Gets 1, gets 2. Ana might at least die, but it doesn't seem like it. We're probably going to see a 3rd kill against the blue team, and indeed we do. They win the halftime show easy peasy without any problem whatsoever, and then they get absolutely demolished in this team fight because Imperius is able to get a triple lunge through. Mai with a big boy play right there. 3 heroes stunned out, and it honestly doesn't get much better than that. I mean, that led to 3 kills. They are still fighting over this, but yeah, it got actually really close. that was really close. Yeah, all the damage output that we have, but of course the result is as predicted. The red team fighting back, eager to win a game in the series. 3 kills against 0, an early level 7, and on top of it, now also the Immortal. Granted, not really with a big shield or anything, but still enough to push through and make some damage here. Make a dent in the defense up here towards the top. So yeah, so far so good for them actually. So let's see how much they can do. They should at least open up the wall. Bot lane is still our 1 versus 1, so that hasn't really changed. And up here at the top, you get the wall. And Mortal's not going to do much more than that. Nah, he's going to be taken down pretty quickly. Again, you have Hanzo with a scatter build, and you have level 1 Exterminator on Jimmy. That's kind of all that you need in this setup in order to do really good work. Over here now, the Fuel, the Rush is now also in. Gonna have to use the Expire there a little bit more. Let's see what else we're gonna get. 3 kills against 0 have so far painted a pretty grim picture for the blue team, but then again, everything that is before level 10 is always... I mean, you can't disregard it, don't get me wrong, but it's like level 10 is a game changer. And that's where a lot of setups just come online, and where a lot of the coordination is usually focused on. So let's see if that happens here again. For now, as the attack comes in, there's a slightly inexperienced still for the Deers. And they have to win this. I mean, this is literally their last chance to continue this tournament. Don't get me wrong, if they lose, they're still second place. But as we say, second place is the second loser. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, fuck that one up. Sorry. It's a little bit reminds me of the hot butter through cheese meme. But, yeah. Okay, second place, first loser. There we go. But either way, you know what I mean. You don't want to come in second place if you have a chance to win the entire thing. Yeah. Make fun of me. So, half a level lead. And down to the bottom of the map. There's pretty much a solo Imperius, which actually concerns me slightly. He's actually trying to stall out the lane. Okay, there comes Bread Bucket. Because I was just wondering about the experience gain that we're going to make for the team in red, if they are not as anybody else moving down to soak experience for the blue team too, especially with the next one coming up just so quickly. Okay, the attack's coming in, 3 kills against 0, there we are, and it's the double immortal setup. So this should be the moment when you're really trying to get the next immortal secured, and especially for the blue team, this is going to become highly important right now. And they have the setup. Again, we've been talking about this a lot. They have the setup that they need in order to get the Immortal rushed down very, very quickly. Can they make it happen, though? At this point, it seems like they can't. They did some initial damage, but Hanzo is dead again very quickly. And I don't know. That's 4 kills against 0. The red team is absolutely starting to crush this right now. And definitely eager to win this game and force game number 4. So we have them jumping in, starting to take the halftime show. Get level 10 together with it, which makes matters, of course, even worse. Nobody has taken the camp. Rune is sitting there like, oh, did we get the camp? Not quite sure. Experience might be a little bit better, and Uther is currently the one who apparently tries to make that happen. So Uther on the way down to the bottom, saying like, alright, Boyd, let's go. But this time the shield is going to be much bigger. Red team takes this one. And this shield is going to be so much bigger right now. This is actually going to become problematic. I mean, this one hurts. This Immortal hurts. No level 10 yet for Hans. Okay, there it is. Arrow is in. Let's have a quick look real quickly at this one. 17,000, 23,000 top damage numbers for the two teams. Wave clears, of course, phenomenal with Johanna too. So there's that. Meridian jumps in. 5 versus 4. Meridian with a Storm Bolt. Red Bucket. And Vala goes down. Vala is dead. Hyperion was used to zone them out too, so now they can actually defend. Alright, nicely done. Good flank by the Fedoras, that was exactly what they needed. They burned the shield down quickly. They might even be able to save the fort, which is kind of nuts. With that big of a shield, Immortal number 2, they should have at least lost the fort, but nope, they save it. Ural is back towards the top, experience is identical. That was a really good defense. That was a very, very good defense right now. So, good job by them. Flanking behind the opponent, coordinated attack against Vala, get one of the main damage dealers eliminated, and then take it from there, push the objective, and make that happen. So, nicely done. So now we have 4 against 1 kill, so still a lead over there, but still, there's a little bit of pressure now at the bottom of the map. Vala is of course back. Oh, yeah, she nearly left again. Vala gets nearly eliminated. It's starting to become dicey. She eats a lot of damage there at the front. Li Ming is also starting to poke as much as he can. Another Storm Ball. We're sitting at 12 stacks now. Meridian has 12 stacks. Still needs quite a bit until he's able to get the cooldown reduction on the auto attacks and his PS going. Talking stacks. 11 for Vala. So once that she's ready with 20, she's going to have a much, much easier time to take the Immortal down with the arrow setup. Okay. Yeah, up towards the top. Still the battle between our two offlaner. That hasn't really changed. I mean, again, this is a pretty safe battle over there. Stormbolt this time missing. Vala with the arrow forward. Misses the arrow. Tornvolt's in. Misses the second one. But it's Immortal time. So now we're talking. They're actually not even going for... They're trying to go for the camp, but they're already attacked. The arrow, Vala. Oh, that could be a kill. That should be a kill. And it's not a kill. Strafe, nano boost, everything's out. Wrath is being used there too. There's the jump in, and they're gonna get Mai. Mai goes down. Liming is dead. Oh my god. Vala dies too. And the RNG is not with her. Mirrodin survives. 3 heroes down just as the Immortal is up. That is a total death sentence here. The objective is going to be easy. Oh, look how quickly they take this down with Hanzo and Jimmy if they just have a few seconds on it. That's an easy halftime show right there. They're going to win this one for sure, and this one is going to hurt a lot. If they are actually burning this down quickly and get 100% shield on it, or close to it at least, this is going to be a total disaster. Yeah, there's the setup, and yeah, that one is going to not only eat the fort, that one is going to get even more damage in. Holy hell. Big boy Immortal. Unless Bread Bucket dies now. Nah, Divine Steed is able to save him. But yeah, that top lane is toast. Mirrodin. Star bolts! I need star bolts! So yeah, jumping, it's another one. 14. Maybe too aggressive here. But yeah, this will hurt. This is gonna hurt. Tons. They're opening the wall up already. And here we go. Why is he bot lane? Okay, I'm not really sure if he should be bot lane at this point. Because, I mean, okay, you want to catch experience, but you're not a talent behind, and you need to rotate at some point or you're going to be in trouble. Yeah, because exactly this is going to happen. So now they're going in for Liming. Liming is already about to die. Yeah, she can't really escape. If they want to chase her, they're going to get her. Alright, there's the chase already. They got also the kill against Ana. Boom, she got Hanzo'd. And that's still an Immortal with all the HP. There. Now we have Imperius back. They might get the fort here. Hyperion has been used too. This could easily be keep now. This could be an easy keep, especially if they get another kill. Another nice lunge, by the way. Urel is dead. Okay. Maybe it's not going to be keep. Urel already dead. There's some damage on it. But honestly, if they just zone Vala out and don't allow her to get arrows up against the Immortal, they get the keep. They're trying a little bit. Nah, it's not going to fall. I think they had a chance there. Divine Shield again on Mirrodin. But yeah, everybody just jumping out of this. 16 is nearly on the board. 6 kills against 5 now. But off you go. Okay. Alrighty. What else are we going to get here? 33,000 damage for Hanzo. 44,000 for Vala. 6 kills against 5. Fort at the bot lane still stands. It doesn't matter in the sense that it's going to be taken anyway, soon TM. But of course, with the fort still there, the opponent doesn't get catapults. So that's the problem with it. They still need to defend this though, because now there's a camp pushing, and I'm not quite sure why they give this up. You do realize you have level 16, right? You have a talent advantage. There's the arrow, hits with 3. Jimmy's at the bottom, tries to trade fort for fort, I would assume. Yeah, but they're jumping in. They say we have the extra talent, so let's fight a little bit. The problem is that it seems like Sardonic is going to die. Yep, he's down. I don't really know what they're doing here. I mean, Jimmy is pushing bot lane still, so maybe if he can get towards the keep, that would be nice, but right now it's just a trade, fort for fort, and Jimmy is just saying, I got this, boys. As long as everybody just knows where they are, it's still fine, I suppose, but this is only 3 heroes trying to stop them, and are they really sacrificing Urel now? What are you people doing? How to throw a lead. How to throw a lead for no reason. Even the Hyperion being used to soften this up a little bit. Yeah, didn't get close enough yet, but now their camp is stolen away. Like, I have no idea why they just threw that lead away. Trading the forts, alright. If you want to do it, then yes, by all means. But trying to delay them at the top just so that Jimmy can get a tower at the bottom of the map, like, that doesn't really mean anything. And now they lose Hanzo. What are you guys doing? Damn, just, again, take the hit. It's one of the most difficult things, apparently, to learn in Heroes of the Storm, that sometimes you just need to let something go. If you're behind already, just take the hit for 10 seconds and wait for your hero to come back. So now they just gave the blue team a big opportunity, the red team a big opportunity to come back into the game. And Vala is taking that opportunity. She's done with her level 4, and she can easily burn that Immortal down, which we're seeing in action now. Halftime show is already won. 10 seconds, few more seconds on Hanzo. And yeah, that's the defensive pattern that we're going to see now in a moment. But They definitely allowed them to get back into this now. If they pull it off or not, that's a different question, but... yeah, a little bit of damage over here, so at least they burn the shield down slightly. Hanzo is back, so there's that. Urel has pushed the top lane. Camp has now been taken, though, by the red team, as you could see, so the top keep is not really in danger. Yeah, okay, push into the stun as an attempt. Iron Skin has been used. Strafe, insta-interrupt. Insta-interrupt on the Strafe. That Hyperion is interesting. The arrow, on the other hand, is on point. Absolutely on point. And they go straight in for a potential kill. But there's none yet. Well, scratch that. Vala is down. Vala is down. That's one of the main damage dealers and the main tool against the Immortal gone. Red team had an opportunity to come back here, but it seems like they're going to lose out on it. Mirrodin is low, Urel jumps in too, and they just need to get the damage against the Immortal. That's all they got to do. Hanzo is dead, and... well, that's another kill. Uther is down as well. Why go into that position in the first place? Just simply take the Immortal, take the win, take the W. Nope, 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 nope. Instead, the red team is fighting back now. With another kill, Li Ming gets one after another. Geben... ja... er gibt's ihn richtig gerade. Okay, so 11 against 7 kills. Top lane, Jimmy is currently defending. And yeah, that's an Immortal. Shields are still fine. I mean, again, shields are not really too bad. So the blue team was at least able to take the hit points down quite a bit. By the way, full on setup here on the side of Imperius. Impaling Light goes straight into the Flash of Anger. So full Celestial Charge setup here. Pathetic Mortals. Still one of the best names of any talent that we've seen so far. But here we go. There's the push. Red team is eager. They are eager to bring this game back. The series back. Start the reverse sweep right here. And they are off to a decent start now. I mean, here we go. 50,000 damage on Hanzo, 58,000 damage on Vala. Can they take the keep? That's the big question. They're already moving in for it. Hyperion again, and Jimmy is trying to take it down as quickly as he can. Red team is, of course, a bit reluctant to fight into this, but they're attempting to get the kill. Arrow, on the other hand, connects. Jimmy's still burning the Immortal down. They might save the keep after all, but Mirrodin, Divine Shield, and Avatar again used. And the keep is really, really low. And if they just poke a little bit, they're gonna get it. And just like that, they're ahead. Keep is down. Keep is eliminated. Ooh, Mirrodin needs to be careful that he doesn't follow. What a setup. 19 versus 19. You can say what you want, but at least it's close. It's definitely a close call here. I guess the next fight, or the next Immortal, is likely going to decide who takes it. Okay, Mirrodin. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get the Stormbolt. You're trying to force the fight there, but he can at least take the camp down immediately. But honestly, Mist is just jumping in over and over and over again. Trying to murder. Well, right now, what else are we gonna get? Top lane needs to be taken care of. So there's one catapult they need to take down. Of course, the camp can also be timed now with the next objective. This is actually good because the camp tank takes the pressure off the bot lane. That's good. If they take this around the objective, not now. If they take it around the objective, they will take the pressure off the bottom lane. So that's going to be important, because if not, then those catapults could eventually end up at the core. We're 18 minutes in. This is really starting to become Winian territory when those catapults can hit, and can hit hard. Yeah, and level 20 is going to be ready for both of the teams. So wait that out a little bit. Take the camp. Don't take it directly. Just wait it out a little bit. Play it slow. You don't want to push... Nah, again, they should have waited. You don't want it to push too hard on the bottom of the map. You really don't want to push it out, because it makes it easier to take the camp apart. The camp is not going to win you the keep. That's not happening. So you want to play this a bit more defensively. But again, probably not going to matter too much anyways. Mirrodin this time with Rewind. Okay, Bulwark again. Seraphim is in. And yeah, look at how they are going. They should actually win the halftime show. Jimmy repositioning. A little bit slower than I expected, honestly. I mean, they win the halftime show, don't get me wrong, but only by 2,000 hit points. I expected them to totally crush that. I think Hanzo must have missed a couple of shots there. But now it's more of a defensive holding pattern that we have. They are trying to take their camp. Look at the top lane. The catapult is eventually going to end up at the keep, and that's gonna mean the end of the keep, if this camp is not taken. But Vala is able to make it happen, but it comes at a cost. Look at it. This Immortal has now lost a ton of additional hit points. They lost 6,000 hit points because they took this camp. 6,000 HP on the Immortal were lost because of it. 8,000 actually now. Okay. But at least the top catapult is going to be fine over here. Yeah, that's not going to be an issue. Down here, though, Liming is going to take care of that. And then they can push in again. Hanzo's already pushing. If they can get Jimmy in a position, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the Immortal. That's over. The Immortal is taken. Hyperion comes in. That's going to take it too. Already the Divine Shield on Urel, interestingly enough. But they get the kill against Ana. And bam, there we go. Can they get another kill? Geben could potentially get another one. Liming, nano boost, no. And the double kill. Yeah, and all of a sudden we're talking about a push to the bot lane with a pretty solid setup here. They have 5 heroes against 3. They already have the wall opened up. And that is, I mean, they have a chance to go for a game now. If they take this, it's over. If they take it, then the Fedoras are the champion of the Legendary Cup. And they're close. The defense has to be absolutely on point for the DS. So they're still waiting 30 seconds for their healer and for the offlaner. I don't understand what she's doing topside. What is this? Girl, if you try to go for game, you need to be with the team. Now, she's riding in already, but that is just weird as hell. They might still be able to pull it off, though. I mean, 10 seconds for Ana, 19 for Imperius. Vala with a strafe. Here's Brad Bucket coming in. Urel is there. Shields are falling. They need to zone them out a little bit harder, especially Urel needs to just get on Liming here. They get Johanna, though, and the shield is gone. The shield is gone, and the Immortal is still active, and they get another kill. Vala is down. This is game. This is it. This is it. The Fedoras, they're going to take it. Look at Jimmy. Drops another Hyperion. And congratulations to Don our Fedoras as they secure the victory in the best of 5 series, a 3-0 over the DS, and they crown themselves the champion of the Legendary Cup. Congratulations and well done.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.